This is Witcher Speaks, man. Right now, I want to get into it right now. The Flash, Season 6, Episode 5, Kiss Kiss, Breach Breach. Shout out to Danny Trejo because he just guest starred in tonight's episode. And it was pretty damn dope, man. It was very heartbreaking, man, because we finally saw the death of, like a cast member of The Flash. It was Gypsy. Okay? Now, Breacher comes to Cisco just after Cisco, reneges on saying he loves you to Camila. Camila's been noticing that he's been actually sleepwalking lately after Cisco almost damn near cuts his hair. But Breacher finds out that he's suffering from breach psychosis. And Cisco, Breacher also finds this out because, he realizes that Cisco can't breach anymore, which is also a result of, breach psychosis. And so, with that being said, I'm wondering, did the metahuman cure actually work, and is that another reason why Cisco smiled, last season after he took the cure and whatnot, and then also we find out that Gypsy was killed by a man by the name of Echo on Earth 19. And also we have we see the bounty collector, the collector's investigation. Of course, the collectors tell Cisco to leave, but both him and Camila say no, and it turns out Echo is Cisco's doppelganger. Now, after the fight between now, I'm sorry, not I'm sorry. Let me backtrack real quick. Cisco is pretty much arrested. The whole episode starts off with Barry and Iris going off on a pre-crisis vacation. Obviously, we see Cisco get arrested. Like I said, he was accused of allegedly killing Gypsy. It was actually his doppelganger. His doppelganger Echo has the ability to forge uh, and hack technologies and signatures across very different universes, and Cisco was one of them. And he in fact also affected Cisco, his doppelganger, with breach psychosis. Now, in Barry and Iris' absence, Barry's absence in particular, Cisco created an artificial intelligence that pretty much replicates Barry's mindset and his ideology, how he thinks and how he solves problems, called Barry. I believe it's called Barry or Barry, one of the two. And so like I said, Cisco and Camila are over at Earth 19 to solve Gypsy's murder. Uh, Cisco creates this kind of tech where he can actually just sit back and think about the memories of Gypsy, and him and Breacher are able to find out where she died and where she got vaporized, and so on. Like I said, Cisco and Echo, they fight it out, they duke it out, and just as Echo's getting ready to have the upper hand and kill Cisco, um, Cisco, hacks the very gun that, Echo used on Cisco to cause psychosis, and gets the upper hand and actually has, Echo arrested because obviously he admits to, killing Gypsy, provides evidence, and so on. And that's when, Cisco tells Camila, hey, I love you. But then also, he gets rid of the Barry, the artificial intelligence of Barry, and pretty much which then in essence ended up becoming Gideon, I believe. And then also, Killer Frost and Ralph, they track down Ramsey to Ramsey's lab. At this time, Ramsey has more control over his powers, complete control over his powers. He says he's discovered a cure to immortality. Caitlin, pretty much just brushes him off and says, "Look, man, you need to have more faith in yourself." But Ramsey begins to choke, pretty much strangle her. And also, Joe tracks down Nash into the tunnels, asks him why he's there. It's a secret, pretty much, for the most part. He's just tracking the monitor. Uh, and Nash's gun, he tries to blast the rubble away, but it ends up actually getting both Joe and Nash there stuck. And Joe comes to the revelation and tells Nash, like, look, man, you're way too stubborn and you need to start believing in other things. Open your mind up a little bit. You're too rigid. And then also Ralph ends up saving both of them. And then also, last but not least, crap, it was something else that happened. I just had a mind blank. I'm sorry. Okay, Ralph, Ramsey. Oh, right. And Nash also says he found out a way to save Barry from the crisis, which is pretty much somehow, possibly mashing both antimatter and positive matter together to save Barry, or put it amongst his suit or whatnot. So I'm thinking maybe Jay knows I think that Barry's going to survive somehow. Obviously, we know that Oliver Queen is going to die, unfortunately, but he's probably going to most likely take Barry's place. But I wonder, does Joe actually know that Barry's going to survive? And or maybe he doesn't know. Maybe he's just limited by Earth 3 technology. But if he's able to create, a helmet that sees, and pretty much just utilizes his super speed synapses to see and visualize all these damn crises going on all at once. It makes you think maybe Jay knows something that Barry doesn't and the team doesn't know yet. That Nash, aka Pariah, possibly, so that's my theory, is actually knows how to save Barry from the incoming crisis and so on.